Hi, I'm Sue Ann Dilk. Today is Friday, October 23rd, Friday, October 23rd, 2020. And this is my daily report and rune pool. Thank you for joining me. So, I am outside at the KOA in Eureka Springs, and it's cold. Look at how gray and dreary that sky is. So yesterday, when we got here, it was hot. It was in the high 80s, and it was so muggy. And we were sweating, putting our tent up and getting everything set up. It was so hot. And we went to bed and tried to sleep, and I was like, oh, I don't think I can get to sleep. It's so hot. And then the temp started dropping and dropping and dropping like a rock. And then it started raining. And it was cold rain, and it was coming down hard on that tent. But that tent, you know, it's a trooper. It's never given us a bit of trouble. Doesn't leak. The top doesn't leak when the rain flies on it. So that's all right. We survived that just fine. And last forecast we looked at, it's not supposed to rain anymore today. So anyway, we got up, got dressed, which was hard, getting out of the warm bed. Got up, got dressed. Alan cooked us a nice breakfast on the Coleman stove. And then we went into town and went to a couple of shops, did a few little errands that we needed to run, and next thing you know, it was 3 in the afternoon and time to get back to camp and get our campfire going and get the charcoal going so that we can grill our dinner. So that's the plan right now. Just keep that campfire going and try to stay warm and get some rest and relaxation. I'll show you the campfire. I'll try. Woo! Campfire. And then there's our tent. And behind the tent, nothing but woods and a little walking trail. And then across from us is a little cabin where some people are staying. There's some people setting up their camp. They got little dogs and they're cheering. And then on the other side of Enrique, the Equinox, is a yurt that some people are going to be arriving to stay in sometime today. They'll be here through the weekend. The park ranger said, whatever you call him, I'm not sure park ranger is the right word, but he was like the man who showed us where our camp spot was and so forth. And we've never camped where this exact spot that we're in right now. For years and years consecutively, we always stayed in the same spot on the other side of the park that was within a rock's throw of the restrooms, laundry room, and the showers and so forth. But they told us that all the power over there kind of it didn't go up in flames, but it kind of burned itself out, I guess you could say. So they weren't letting anyone stay over in that part of the camp anymore. And so instead of staying where we've always stayed, they had us over here. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a beautiful spot. But the one thing I don't like about it is that it's multi-level, and so I have to go down some concrete stairs to get down where the tent is, and I don't really like that. And the other thing is that we are way further from the restrooms, and I don't really like hiking to the restrooms in the cold and the dark. So I'll probably be a pretty grouchy woman over the next few days. I'm not sure how much more it's going to warm up, if any, but for now. I'm going to enjoy it, make the best of it, because things are pretty nice right now. No real problems to speak of. I mean, if I would go to bed at a decent hour, I wouldn't have to, go trekking to the restrooms in the dark. But that's not how I roll. So that's not how it's turning out. I'm sure missing my kitty cats back home, but I know that they're fine, and Ms. Beth and Ms. Rachel are taking good care of them. I know they are, but I still miss little Burrito helping me make my videos, and the little babies jumping on me when I'm trying to sleep and so forth. But it's okay, it'll work out all right. And this is only our first day here. Our first day here last year, our first full day actually, I promptly twisted my ankle and broke it on a rock. So if I can make it through day one without breaking anything, I'll be doing better than last year. So let's pull a rune. Oh, I pulled two. I still have gloves on, so I don't really know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I know we've seen this one before. It kind of looks like an infinity symbol, or an 8 sideways, or an hourglass. Y'all remember that one? Y'all gonna think I'm not playing with a full deck of runes. I'm gonna have to take the glove off to work this book. Just like that. Woo! Campfire's popping. I should probably have this one memorized too. I know we've drawn it at least once. Daig, day. And there's no reverse to read, because it's the same whether it's one direction or the other. Y'all remember this one? Like the sun rising, this is a rune of new beginnings, the dawn of new ideas. Daig is a very optimistic rune and shows that good times are definitely on their way. Whenever it appears in a rune cast, it shows that the querent is moving into a period of growth in any area of life, perhaps business, family, or inwardly. The querent has probably been preparing for good times for a considerable while and should not be surprised by the positive upturn in their life. It is important to understand the symbology of the rune in terms of the Teutonic tribes. Living close to nature, and particularly living so far north, the beginnings of spring with the sun climbing higher in the sky, the days lengthening, and warmth finally arriving after the long, cold, dark months of winter, would have been a magical annual reaffirmation of life. After the harsh winter, barely surviving in their caves, at last they could move into the open, get some fresh air and sunlight, and look forward to being able to eat fresh food, especially fruits and vegetables. I know y'all remember this one. This is like the third or fourth time. They would have had very little fresh food all winter, and their health would be beginning to suffer. Daig is often more about a state of mind than material matters, and its appearance in a rune cast often points to the querent deciding to bring change in his or her life, even if this is only a decision to be more accepting of what exists now. Hey. This process of inner acceptance invariably has a positive outer result. The philosophy of acceptance runs counter to modern attitudes which tend toward the combative. Yet, when faced with serious obstacles, success can often be achieved by letting go rather than putting up a fight. And there you have it, our rune pull for today, Friday, October 23rd, or whatever it is. Yeah, October 23rd. Day. If I pull it again this month, I think I'm going to chunk it out the window. No, not really. I wouldn't do that to my runes. So, I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you for joining me, and I hope you will join me again tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for watching. Good night.